Death comes to us all, but for you, much sooner. I knew I could do it. I'm so glad I didn't call the summon. I knew I could do it. I mean, I switched weapons, but still. I just needed a little bit more weapon speed there, plus all that blood buildup was really saving me. Remembrance of the Dancing Lion. What is this? Divine Beast Head? Ritual headwear in the form of a divine beast's head, used to perform the lion dance, worn by the very finest of the sculpted keepers. Alas, it no longer responds to the old woman's earnest prayer. Divine invocation heightens intensity of the storm alongside strength and dexterity, but reduces the restorative effect of drinking from a flask of sacred tears. Focus is also troubled by wearing this headwear. The power of its namesake can be unlocked by the finger reader. Alternatively, it can be used to gain a great bounty of runes. When the Impaler's army assailed the tower, the ritual of the lion dance was turned toward martial ends. Its divinity, its fury, its light-footed beauty. Okay, that fight was actually super cool. It was a bit hard to see what was going on at times. Like, especially like I got stuck underneath him, I couldn't see what was going on there. Is there anything else in here? I think that was everything in here. I don't see anything else I can do in here. Whew. Alright, we survived my first main boss of the DLC. Cool. And we did it without a summon. I'm gonna try and do as many fights as I can without the summon in the DLC, just because I feel like a few of the end fights of the base game were a little bit too easy with my Mimic summon. And if I do use the summon, I'm not gonna use the Mimic. I'm gonna use just something else, or maybe I'll use like the Golden Summon or whatever. That's gonna be my goal. Hello everybody! Hello, hello. Hope everybody's doing well today. This is Real Life Saturn. Live in real time. Hope everybody's doing well today. Hopefully you can hear me okay. Alright. Everybody. All right. So, you may be wondering what we're doing today. Hello, Junebug. How are you doing? Nicola, Dumas, Tomas. Great to see everybody, James. Hope you're doing well. Yay, new Saturn. Let's go. So, if anybody's curious why we're doing the live stream at the moment, so yesterday evening, I was doing some recording for my Elden Ring playthrough, and yeah, I forgot to turn on the microphone while I was recording. So I've got about, I don't know, probably about 50 minutes or something like that. Let's see, how long is this? Yeah, I don't know, about 50 minutes of footage or so here of just basically game audio and me talking, but you can't hear me. Like I opened it up, like I opened up the video afterwards, like to start editing some things on it, and I was like, I couldn't hear myself talking, and I was like trying all sorts of stuff, and then I looked over and realized I had not turned on the microphone, and it was pain. Uh, It's not the first time I've made that mistake. I've done that several times before, honestly, with other playthroughs, and it really sucks when I do that. It's even more painful with Elden Ring because I can't just like reload like a checkpoint or something like that and just kind of go through it again or something. And I don't like to do that anyways because like with the playthrough videos that I do, like I always like it to be like my genuine true first reaction to the content, right? So I don't want to have to put on a show of like pretending that, oh, I wasn't expecting to see this here or something. So so I was thinking about it. I put out a message on the in the YouTube community section yesterday, just kind of letting y'all know what happened. And I was like thinking, what should I do with this content? Because there's not like any, major bosses or anything that take place during this video. Um, but I thought it'd be kind of a shame to just kind of lose it as part of the playthrough if I didn't post it at all. But then I wasn't sure like how interesting would it be if I just like post like a video like with no commentary at all. So I decided, hey, let's um let's just turn it into a little live stream, and we can just kind of chat and have a little bit of fun here while we watch the game go. So that's gonna be the plan for today. Probably won't be like a super long stream. Like I said, I think the video is only like 50 minutes long or something like that. So, and then I'll I'll be back to post another actual video on YouTube within the next day or two here with back to traditional format. Um, so with that being said, of course we need to start with the Elden Ring intro song first, right? Y'all ready? All right, let's go. Hopefully you can hear this okay. Oh, the trees calling, lift your sword, Rashi tarnished to Elden Lord. Lonely is the journey, so join me, 'cause Elden Ring starts now. Right now. So, here's me doing my introduction that you can't hear. One thing that you're going to notice is that I have a new weapon. So in between episodes, I went back to the round table, and I decided to get Rilana's twin blades weapon. And here's me playing around, testing things out a little bit with it. I upgraded this weapon all the way to level 10. Is that how you say it? Rilana? Is that how you pronounce that boss's name? The one I defeated in the castle? So that's the weapon that I'm primarily using during this episode. I was using it two-handed. I don't know if that's like the best way to go about using this weapon or not. Ember of Mesmer I got, and I was like, what is this? I think they're crafting material. Yeah, crafting material. I'd like to try out like more. Oh, I forgot a very important part. In between episodes 2, to be able to actually use this weapon, I went and changed my whole setup, like my whole stat setup. So like I got rid of like my whole arcane setup that I had going on before. And I think like, I don't know if y'all saw it earlier, but I switched a lot of things to like strength, dexterity, is it intellect or intelligence? What is it called? And faith. So I kind of split stats up across those things a little bit more to be able to use this weapon. Intelligence, right? Finally, I was able to level up my scatter tree. Blessing. I don't think, do I need to be doing anything else with the crosses that I find other than just touching them? And then like once I find them all, I'll be able to kind of progress. It sounded great to catch a live stream. Hey, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Hope you're doing well. For some reason I was like, I think I just realized right there that I was like in heavy load at the moment. You plan on doing Night Rain? Yeah, I would like to check it out. Did y'all enjoy Night Rain? I'm guessing most of you already probably played through most of it, or however it goes. I'm not sure like if it's just an ongoing thing or if it has kind of like a standard progression through it. Oh, it's pronounced Shadow Tree? Oh, I did not know that. Okay, I've been calling it the wrong thing this whole time. Okay, good to know. I speak English and I don't know Old English, unfortunately. These poor souls right here. I think the special abilities on this weapon are pretty cool. Yeah, I kind of like the stance thing, because then you can kind of choose, like, which of the attacks makes more sense. I was not paying attention to my health while I was going through here, which I think we'll probably see shortly. Lana's cameo is a good talisman for this weapon. Do I have that one? I don't know if I have that one. I think I'm like level 160 or 162 or something like that. There's me noticing the dragon up there. Oh yeah, okay. Always pay attention to your health, everybody. Your health bar is important. I was not... I was not doing that here. Oh, I do have it, okay. What does it do, the talisman? Does it power up like those specific stats or something? Or the like fire and I think it was like fire and moon damage or something like that? Oh, the longer you hold the stance, the more it does. That's cool. Did y'all see that? I went back and picked up my runes. Hope you're proud of me. Oh, this is actually something I mentioned while I was... Oh, not this, but at some point during this video, I was talking about the need to look up, or I guess I can ask y'all, but like what the different stats actually, like the, say like when it has like boosts fortitude or boosts, you know, the ones that aren't actually like labeled as stats. Like, I don't really know what those things do, I feel like, very well. So I never use those things, because I don't know. It's like boost fortitude, poise, or stuff like that. Yeah, focus, robustness, exactly. Yeah, I know, I'm not very good at the game. I was trying really hard to get up there. I feel like there's a way to get up on top of that somehow, and I don't think I ever figured out if I could. I was trying to climb all sorts of ways to get up there. Who is playing? This is a past version of, this is me yesterday playing. This is a recording from yesterday, but I accidentally had my microphone turned off while I was recording it, so I figured I'd just do some live commentary over it instead. That's what we're doing at the moment. Someone will have to let me know if you actually can get up there. I tried for a while. It seems like you could get in there, but I don't know. I couldn't figure out a way to get up there or in there. Do you think you'll play any other Soulsborne games? Yeah, I think so. I don't know if that'll be like the next game on the channel, but oh, these guys are crazy, by the way. And then he jumped off the cliff. I don't know why, but I've got really good luck with enemies just jumping off the cliff like that. Like when I took out the, what was that, like a couple episodes ago, and I defeated like the ghost flame dragon that way. It just fell off the cliff. But yeah, as far as Soulsborne games, yes, I would like to check out more for sure. I've been having a lot of fun with this playthrough. I think maybe the next thing that I'll maybe check out after I finish the DLC might be Night Rain. I'd like to check out Night Rain and see what it's about, but I think I'll maybe do that as more like in live stream format over on the second YouTube channel. So if you guys are not already subscribed on my second YouTube channel, Solitary Saturn 2, you may want to do that, because that's probably where I'll do that. That's kind of like my streaming channel, typically, where I do all my live stream stuff for Overwatch, FF14. You're one of us now. I'm gonna be doing a video soon as well where I'm going to do a reaction to my own very first time playing this game, so I can see what it was like for y'all to have to watch me play this for the very first time. I know it's gonna be painful because I'm not good at the game now, but that first time playing, oof. Night Rain is good and fun, becomes repetitive, kind of fast, was great for 150 hours and got old. That's the funny statement. It's good for like 150 hours, but then got old. That sounds like a lot of gameplay hours. Yeah, I only got like 150 hours out of it. It was Death from Above t-shirt coming soon. That is become one of my key phrases. I probably said death from above there in the video too. I couldn't tell if I could drop down there. I was like, can I do this? I need to use more items. There's like a lot of consumable items that I just never use. Just hit 1,453 hours. Holy crap. Hey, Anton. Oh, nice. You found me through the reaction. Very good, very good. Death from above! And I missed again. I am that guy. I've only done one other live stream for this. What was that, like a week or two ago? Something like that. I think maybe 2 weeks ago, where we were just going back and it may have been confusing because during that live stream, like I was actually already in the DLC, but I didn't want to like progress more on the live stream. So I was going back and cleaning up some stuff, so that's probably why it was confusing, or this looks confusing. It's kind of like when I play, say, like a Final Fantasy game or something, like I've noticed like when everybody plays like a RPG, Final Fantasy, something, anything of that nature, like people always use spells for healing. They never use healing items. It seems like, you know, there's just like something of like, I gotta hold on to these items just in case. And then, but then you get to the end of the game and literally you never use any of them. How's my Overwatch career been? I've been working hard. I've been working really hard to try and improve in Overwatch. That was a very similar case where I was really, really bad at the game when I first started because I hadn't played like a first-person shooting type game since like GoldenEye back on the Nintendo 64. So that's been a pretty steep learning curve for me. But I'm having a lot of fun with it, so if you're ever interested, I've been streaming that a ton over on the second channel. Yeah, I've been playing Overwatch for several months now, Junebug. I just discovered that kind of similarly by doing a reaction video to like all the cinematics and trailers and stuff, and decided to give it a try, so... There's like a whole playlist of Overwatch content on the main channel and a ton of live streams you can catch up on Solitary Saturn 2 YouTube. I haven't but it's kind of ironic because I haven't actually used spells very much for healing in this playthrough. I've been using just mainly my flasks. And I don't even use those properly. I kind of, as y'all have probably noticed, I like hold on to the flasks. Like, I try to be very stingy with them and then I die before, and I could have just healed instead. Oh yeah, I don't think... Oh, I was trying this new spell out. I feel like I didn't find much of anything when I was going through this village. I mean, I found like a weapon or something, but... Here's a link to the second YouTube channel, by the way, just in case anybody hasn't found that one. This guy I thought was wearing like a bodysuit, like a. I thought he was naked at first, and then I thought maybe he's wearing like a bodysuit. Yes, Code Ryu. That game is actually on my radar for maybe a potential next game to play on the channel. I checked out a couple of the songs for it recently, did a few reactions to like a couple of the songs, and it got me kind of interested in it. So that's on my list of possibilities. Bum 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 bum. There's a gesture in this village. I feel like I don't feel like I find that. I don't remember finding a gesture. Maybe I do, but I don't think so. If it's just like something small like that, that's fine. I don't consider that a giant spoiler. Is Elden Ring a must-try even if you're not into the genre? I would say so, yes. I think it definitely is. This was like my first, this is my first ever time playing like any of these type of games before. And from what I understand, Elden Ring is maybe not quite as difficult as maybe some of the others, maybe like Dark Souls or things like that. So I think from a difficulty standpoint, it's pretty fair. And I think, honestly, just for the environments and stuff alone, I comment about that somewhere in this video, which you won't be able to hear, but I think from just, like, the environments alone, it's pretty crazy. This is pretty far in that we're watching at the moment, babe. This is actually into the DLC. But there's not really any spoilery stuff in this, so you're welcome to, like, stay around. You're not gonna see, like, any really spoilery stuff during this video. You think Elden Ring is harder than Dark Souls? Okay, interesting. Yeah, I don't know, that's kind of what I heard, but I don't know if it's actually true. I think it's as hard as you make it. That's actually probably true. There's a lot of stuff that you can do to make it easier, like some of the boss fights I made a lot easier by using summons. Yeah, like the more you explore, the easier it probably is as well, because you find more Whoa. I almost fell off the bridge there. Exactly, bait. Yeah, I can imagine if there's like long run backs to the bosses, because there's a few like even in here in Elden Ring where I'm just like, man, it'd be really nice if they just like put me right next to the boss again after I die. There's like a few bosses where they're like really nice with that in Elden Ring, and a few where they are not. So like when you're on like a pretty difficult boss and you have to like those scorpions right there scared the crap out of me when they just they appeared like out of nowhere. Honestly, like there's a few of the bosses that I actually, that's why I kind of caved in eventually and used like the Mimic Tier summon to fight them, because like, especially when you're like recording and trying to make content and videos for it, like sometimes it ends up being like a lot of editing out, just running back and forth to the boss room, you know? And that gets a little tedious at times, but I think one of the craziest things about this game is like every time you kind of like look down over a cliff or something like that, I always think to myself, well, maybe that's just like well, I found this this jail here. Maybe that, I always think like maybe that's just like visuals. You probably can't actually go down there, and then later on you actually end up going down there. I was considering maybe looking into, probably not as the next game that I play on the channel, but I was thinking about Bloodborne, but I don't really know like what the next best one would be to go and play like for a playthrough. These things are so creepy. I don't know what these enemies are, but they're super creepy. Walking meat dumpling, exactly. Dark Souls 3? Okay. I have a PS5, Chester. so I think I'd be okay. I have a PS5, I just... Blasphemous. I've heard of the title, but I don't think I know what it is. I've also heard of Lies of P. Haven't played that. Right there. Literally right there, I think I said like when I first walked into this room, I was like, they love putting enemies like right in that right-hand corner. And when I walked into the room, there wasn't one, so I felt like let down my guard, and then there was like 15 of them that came out from behind those cages. Y'all ready for rodents of unusual sizes? Watch when this like giant one starts chasing after me. Like, that is a large rat. Honestly, that's kind of the cool thing about like my experience of like my whole channel is basically like I was away from gaming for like 20 something years. Like I was just like not involved in like I was heavily into video games as a kid, and then I went for like a period of like 20 years where I really didn't play like hardly anything. So there's so many games over the years that like I've never seen, never played, know nothing about, that I get to have just like these brand new fresh experiences with, you know? Like all these games that people have loved over the last 5-10 years, like that I've never played. Very true. Very true, Crowns. That's typically kind of what I'll do, is like I'll, you know, maybe react to some of the trailers. Break this. There's like 1,000 of these things that drop from the ceiling. That's gonna happen in a little bit here, Junebug. Have you checked out Stellar Blade? You might like that. Similar to... I have not played Stellar Blade. I haven't actually seen any gameplay of it. The only thing I know about Stellar Blade is that there are some... What's the best way to put this? Intriguing outfits in that game. That's how I'll put it. Intriguing outfit. I think right... yeah, right there it fell on my head. Get this thing off of me. The other blade's pretty straightforward. That's not a bad thing necessarily. Honestly, I think like not every game needs to be like a giant open world like Elden Ring, you know? Sometimes it's nice to just have a more streamlined experience too. It's like I'm very open to playing all sorts of different types of games. If y'all haven't already noticed. I mean, I'm literally playing right now. I'm playing Elden Ring, Overwatch, and Final Fantasy XIV, like all at the same time. Like, and those are all fairly different realms. This is an old. Technically, this is new content, Ronan. This is actually a video I recorded last night for the playthrough, but yeah, exactly, bait. But I accidentally not muted. I accidentally forgot to turn on my microphone when recording this episode. So, like, it was just all I had was game audio. So I decided doing like a live stream and just commentating over it would be maybe the best way to still like preserve the content in some way. I was getting a little bit lost here, turned around. In these tunnels. Yeah. I think I say it at some point during this video, but I kind of like these kind of jail areas in the DLC. I think I like these a little bit better than the catacombs. Yeah, there's just like a little bit more variation, it feels like, visually. Like, the design of the catacombs is fine, but like visually they kind of start to feel like very similar after a while. I love how these dudes just like they just like kind of like face dive at you. These enemies. Yeah, I know I've missed so many secrets. Like in this playthrough, it's hard to even fathom like how many secret things I've missed. But that's, I guess, what makes the game like replayable, right? Is just the fact that there is so much stuff that you can easily miss. It makes it worth going back and exploring more. That, I was just rolling for my life in there. I was like, get me out of here. Oh, is there still potentially stuff that has not been found in the game? That people like haven't discovered? Yeah, I'm guessing there's probably people that have like dived into the code and stuff. At some point during this video, I was looking at my, like, my key items. And it made me realize, like, how many key items, like, that I have in my inventory right now that I've not really, like, used for anything, because they're probably attached to various side quests and stuff that I either haven't done or missed the opportunity to do. I'm down to 4 flasks here. And I think I already maybe used my FP one? I don't know. This was cool. Look at my face. That caught me so off guard. So cool. Look at how much damage my weapon does. These guys have got to be like weak to this weapon type or something. Okay, I'm out of flasks at this point. Right here, I was like, next hit wins. Who's gonna get the next hit? Me or the curse blade? Me. Yes. First try, let's go. First try. I should level up a new summon, actually. Holy crap, Bait, I just saw your cheer. Thank you so much. Wow, thank you. That's incredibly kind of you. Thank you, thank you. Far too generous. Yeah, I don't think I have, They might have did it didn't pop up a notification, did it, for the cheer? I didn't see one. Oh, it's because oh, I know why. It's because the thing that I'm on right now doesn't have my notifications turned on it. This one where I'm doing the screen capture, because this is the first time I've ever used this, so. But yeah, shout out to you. Thank you for the 5,000 bits there. I've never done a stream like this where I just watched my own video. So. Also, Junebug, thank you for the follow way earlier as well. Appreciate that. Twin a sub and bits? I don't know. The sub, you get the emotes. The Saturn emotes. Yeah, that's true, bait. All platforms do that. There's like something you can set up where it's doing more of like a direct monetary donation, but I don't have it set up currently. It's the same thing on YouTube. Yeah, it's like to like a PayPal account or something. You can set up like direct donations, I think. But I don't have that set up currently. The red-eyed spirit ash summons like Curse Blade are special. They don't guard you? So they just like do their own thing? Essentially? Yeah, Crowns, I think that's the only kind of like boss, really. I'm about to discover this like forge area here, which I think is the last thing that I really explored in this video. Crowns, thank you so much for the 9. Sorry I don't have my notifications set up on this channel, but thank you so much. That's incredibly kind of you. Thank you for the super sticker. Also, Bait, thank you so much for gifting a sub to Junebug. Very kind of you. Enjoy your Saturn emotes, Junebug. You gotta post the dancing Saturn. That's my favorite one. That's my favorite of my emotes. Yeah. Hey Saturn, why is there 2 of you? Because one simply isn't enough. No. Because the video that we're actually watching, a video that I recorded last night where I was continuing the playthrough and I failed to turn on my microphone. So there's gameplay and game audio, but you can't hear me. There's all my commentary like was muted essentially, so I still wanted to let y'all be able to see this section of gameplay, so I thought, you know what, maybe I'll just commentate live over it, so that's what we're doing at the moment. I almost was gonna just take this and like make it into a song. I was gonna do like a really edited down version of this and just make it into like a song. Like just do like a funny song talking about the video and maybe just like a few key moments during it. But that would have taken more effort. Maybe I should make a song. What other Elden Ring stuff should I make a song about? Maybe I should make a song about millennia. If you're new to my channel, I like to make songs about the games that I'm playing. Like funny ones or cool ones, whatever. It's about time I make another Overwatch song too. Oh, you can see my stats here as to what I currently have them set as. Oh, no, you can't. Yeah, you can. Yeah, you can. Needle Knight Leda? Oh, that was the one that's like by like that first castle area, right? That I could have summoned for like the dancing lion fight? Is that the one? Yeah, I kind of like to make the songs about like random parts of the game that are like that nobody else would probably think of making it about. So a random NPC or something would be pretty good. Hello Alex, how are you today? You'll have to forgive me, y'all. I got so confused here for a bit. I was like, where in the world am I supposed to go? It took me a while to realize there was a switch to pull. You downloaded Elden Ring? Let's go, babe. See that, everybody? I'm an influencer. I influenced someone to download a game. I'm gonna call myself an influencer now. Oh, there's a sale on it on Steam? That's nice. Make a song about Elden Ring terms and conditions. Like the terms and conditions screen? Like the reading the disclaimer of like no official experience crowns in the music industry. I just like when I was like 16 or 17 years old, I decided to try and write a song, and I've just been doing it ever since. So it's just been kind of a fun hobby for me. I did like a short internship as like an audio engineer, so that's kind of where I learned some of like just the ability to record some of my own songs and stuff like that too, so. I can just play the piano a little bit, Bait. Not like, I actually can't read music. Like if you put like a sheet of music in front of me with notes and stuff, I can't do anything with that. Oh, you're in school band? Nice. I always took like in school I took choir instead of band. We had an option of like I think choir, band, or like an art class, I think were our options when I was in like middle school. Right there, like when that guy just attacked me, I was like, there's gonna be an enemy in this right-hand corner, and he was in the left-hand corner. For some reason, I decided to stand right in the open and heal. I'm an idiot. I was during this video I commented as well at some point of like not just Elden Ring but video games in general, like it's so crazy the amount of detail that goes into like the area design, like all the different assets and stuff. Like just to create like this room that I'm going through right now, like think of all the different things that they had to put into that just to like make it look this way. It's kind of crazy. So there I thought like, okay, I think I found everything, but then I realized there's stuff up there on that other side that I didn't get. For some reason I thought I could climb up that chain. Even just like, you look at that little archway right there, like all the detail. Like all these stones, like they even have like the patterns and designs in them. It's not just all flat textures, you know? Do you think, like or I'm assuming your artificial intelligence could do music in the future? Do I think it could? Yes. Do I think it should? No. No, I don't. I think AI already can make music, but I don't know. I think I'm just like, there's a lot of things that I think AI is going to be fantastic for. But I don't know, the things that human beings are really good at, like the creativity factor and stuff, like I just want us to be in charge of that still. That's just my thoughts on it. I get myself into a mess right here. I close this gate. This was a really bad idea to close this gate. Because then these two dudes... these two dudes are still coming. Get ready to roll, everybody. Rolling, 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 rolling. Roll for your life. Yes, Brian. I'm doing a reaction to myself, kind of. I thought there might be something down there. Um, the reason we're doing this is because I recorded this gameplay last night, and I accidentally had my microphone off when I was recording. So I figured let's just live stream the gameplay and I'll commentate over the top of it so that there's something to hear. Yeah. I just because there was something like that earlier where there's like a little waterfall thing where I was nervous to fall off of it and I did and I was totally fine, and so I thought, well, let's try it again. But I think that's everything in that forge. I got like a weapon and like a talisman. You'll all have to let me know if I missed something in there. But I don't think the forges. If somebody told me they don't actually have boss fights in them, I don't think. Oh, I definitely missed something. Crap. Something important. Oh, an ancient smithing stone? Crap. I think I got the weapon, Alex. I got like a... I got some weapon in there, I think. Unless there's more than one. Or did I only get a weapon in the jail? Okay. So yeah, we're actually getting close to the end of the video here, I think. I decided to go up this way and see what that building was gonna be. Dragon Hunter's katana? Yeah, I might try that out. I've been trying to like use like kind of different weapons a little bit, like for the DLC. Like every other episode kind of changing up the weapon I'm using, so I don't end up fighting the dragon yet here. I'll do that maybe next time. I already got rid of the arcane build, Alex. I've got a little bit more balanced one at the moment. But I have a lot of larval tears. I have like 6 more larval tears or something, so I mean, it's not that much of an issue to change around the stats. I'm not playing live currently. Uh, I'm trying to, as best I can, to avoid spoilers for Elden Ring stuff. Um, and it's just a little tricky because when I play live, people get a little bit excited and want to be a little bit spoilery. So, um, I'm not doing a lot of live playthrough stuff here. I do most of my live streaming is actually on my second YouTube channel. It's called Solitary Saturn 2. Right now I'm mostly streaming Overwatch and Final Fantasy XIV over there. But I do plan to check out Night Rain over on the second channel probably as well after I finish. That's the end of the video. after I finish the DLC here. So so we will do Night Rain probably in a more of a live format. How does that work, by the way? Can you like just like team up with specific people in Night Rain, or does it like match? Because I know it's multiplayer, right? Does it like just match you up with people? I don't actually know. I don't have any concept of how it works. You match with two players. Does it like match you up with people that are kind of like around your level or something, or like kind of in the same spot as you or something? Hello, Rosebud. Um, no Final Fantasy 16 or 7 Remake Rebirth. Um, I love those games, by the way. I actually started playing both Rebirth and FF16 here on the channel. But the time around the time when I started playing those, like life kind of just got a little bit hectic and a little bit too busy. And so I ended up stopping those playthroughs just because of that. And then but I was still really interested in the game, so I ended up watching like playthroughs of other people do those ones. So, so I know the whole thing of them. Um, but yeah, I've played quite a few games on the channel in all sorts of different realms. Played the whole Xenoblade series, played Undertale, or not the whole Xenoblade series, 1 through 3, and the DLCs. Undertale, uh, Elden Ring. Yeah, I did a playthrough of Undertale, yeah, on the main YouTube channel as well. I actually have some interest in playing. What's the other one called? Is it Delta Rune? Is that the other one? Yeah, if we do play Night Rain, if it's possible to match up with specific people, that would be really fun to match up and play with you guys as well. I think that'd be a fun experience to do. That's why I would like to do that live, because if you can match up with people that you like know, that would be cool. Oh, it's not crossplay though for Night Rain. Okay, so I guess people would have to be on PC to actually play. Okay. Okay, well, we'll figure that out. Let's listen to the song one more time. Oh, the trees calling, lift your sword, Rashi tarnished to Elden Lord. Lonely is the journey, so join me, 'cause Elden Ring starts now. Yes. I'm really happy with how that song turned out. I don't know if y'all are gonna believe me, but I made that in like probably 2.5 hours. That whole thing, like from scratch, from scratch, and recorded it and all that stuff. Let's see here. I've heard Dark Souls 3 is closest to Elden Ring from many friends. Hello, Surf and Frog. Hope you're doing well. Have you seen any Cave Cabot animations videos? I have not. I actually haven't heard of that before. Is it Elden Ring stuff or? I actually do. After I finish the DLC, I do want to check out some Elden Ring lore videos and stuff to understand. I mean, because I've been trying to read like item descriptions and stuff, but honestly, like some of it's a little overwhelming or trying to remember exactly what's going on at times. So, I mean, I have like a general idea, but it's yeah, it definitely gets kind of confusing at times. Like just when I think I've grasped something, like something else will be like, no, I don't think I actually understand what's going on here. Yeah, we'll definitely do reaction videos to the lore for sure. So, uh, plan to do one soon as well. Maybe we could either do it as a video or a live stream like this, where um, I want to go back and watch my first time playing Elden Ring and experience how painful that was. So, oh yeah, that's an interesting, interesting face I paused on, staring you down. Evil eye. Somebody should like take that and give me like the like laser beam eyes. Oh, I was determined at the beginning, but I was terrible. I was so bad, especially in the very first one. Like I, I think half of my problem when I first started playing was that I, I didn't have the correct like I'm playing on a PS5 controller, right? And I had keyboard display commands still popping up, and that was messing me up because I was trying to like figure out what button does this actually map to on my controller. And so like I think that's half the reason why like I didn't understand like anything from the tutorial because I was just pressing buttons and hoping they worked. Hola Brian. Brian plays. Nice to see you. Hello from the United States to Colombia. Colombia. I don't know if y'all saw that video. There's like I did a video a while back on the main YouTube channel where I had people like send in um video game characters that were like lookalikes for me, like video game characters that I look most like. There was a couple pretty good ones that are actually pretty darn close. So that's a older video though from months and months ago. Yeah, I didn't lock on during that first time playing. Uh yeah, it was pretty bad. I think it was the second video where I was trying to fight the troll, maybe. That like the troll at the castle gate there, like that very first troll you encounter. I fought that troll so many times. So many times. I don't think it was the troll so much, but he had like the archers that were there with him, and I was trying to fight that troll. I was just like, and I was like very low level. But no fight. There has still been no fight to this day that I took more attempts on than the twin gargoyles. The twin gargoyle fight in what is that area called? Like it's an underground area. Um, I don't remember the name of it, but Yes, Siofra Aqueduct, exactly. I can't even tell y'all how many attempts on that. Uh, it was I just could not do that fight for the life of me. I probably should have like just given up and gone back to it, but I was way too stubborn. I just kept going back and back into that fight. Yeah, honestly, Bale, I won't talk too much about Bale because there might be people that haven't seen that video yet. So I won't get into that one too much. Um, oh, that's a Dark Souls 1 fight, the gargoyles. I can't even, did I? I think I must have used a summon on the gargoyles. I can't remember. And let's be honest, with my Millennia fight, I kind of cheesed that one to be able to win that one. Did y'all like my strat? I don't know if y'all remember when I was fighting Millennia and when I was using the hammer. The hammer, like the special move on the hammer would kind of just like actually like knock Millennia down. That's not how I ended up beating her, but that actually was kind of a good strategy. Yeah, it was like stun locking. And then I just ended up using the mimic summon to kind of cheese my way through it because there is no way I was winning that fight without that summon. I honestly have no idea how you're supposed to survive. What is her special attack called? The something dance? The one where she just like goes like all over the place. Oh my gosh. I think I actually dodged that like on my first attempt, and then I dodged it on like my first attempt, and then I don't think I dodged it the rest of the time I tried. Uh, I think in the end though, like I think I still had more attempts on those gargoyles than I did on Millennia in the end. I I'm actually curious to like watch somebody. Hey Voodoo. I'm actually curious like to watch like someone do like a solo fight with Millennia, like no damage type of thing. I'm sure there's videos on YouTube of it that I can check out. I'm just curious like how you do it because literally you get hit once and she's draining your health and taking it for herself. So it's like anytime you get hit, it's like it's so painful. Let me solo. Oh, okay. There's like a whole channel of it. Okay. Yeah, I might have to check that out. I'm sure there's like Elden Ring like speed runs and stuff too, right? He's a naked guy who only wears a jar helmet? What? Maybe I don't want to watch. Maybe I don't want to check that actually. Oh, maybe the character in game, you mean? I thought you were talking about the person making the video. Crap. I was like, that's a interesting interesting way to create your content. That's like when DJs like will wear like like a random helmet or whatever or something like that. Content creator just wears like a jar head and nothing else. uh, that's funny. Good times, good times. What was your favorite visual area in the game? Ooh, that's a tough that's a tough thing to choose actually. Um, the first time I saw the like Kaled Swamp area, like when you get teleported there, that really was a bit shocking to me. Like that was really stunning at the moment. But then the longer you're in Kaled, you kind of it the kind of just like it wears on you a little bit, just like everything starts to look the same. Um, but I would say, whew, walking into like that first time when you just like walk into Limgrave out of like the tutorial area is really breathtaking. Um, I guess it depends on whether you were talking about like an area from like the whole visual like kind of landscape or if we're talking about like more like say like one of the castles or something like that, you know. Altus Plateau is actually quite nice. I'd agree with that. Liurnia, like the first time you walk into Liurnia is kind of cool too. Oh, Siofra. Oh, that actually might be the answer. The elevator down into Siof. How do you pronounce that? Siofra River? Or it's like maybe or is it like Shiofra or something? I can't remember how you say it. Someone told me how to say it once. Shifra, Shifra. That might be the answer. That first time you go underground there on that elevator, and you're like going all the way down, and then you see like the visuals down there. That actually might be the answer. That actually might be the answer. I wonder if like I'm trying to think of like my least favorite area like in the base game. Hmm. I think I've still missed a ton of stuff in the Kaled area, like especially like in the swamp and stuff. So I don't know if I could honestly. Yeah, the visuals are crazy. I think the visuals are crazy. It's not just like from a straight like, oh my gosh, look at how detailed this texture is. It's just like how everything is composed and put together, I think is why it's so visually stunning, like the scale and grandeur of everything. That's like for me, like graphics in games, like they don't have to be like the most like, oh my gosh, this is the most detailed, most realistic thing. Like I had the same experience. Like I know many of y'all probably have not been watching like my Xenoblade playthroughs or maybe are not into that content. but like those games had like something very similar for me where it's just like, oh my gosh, look at the scale of everything. And it's like the same thing where I talked about like in Elden Ring as well as in like Xenoblade, there's always like stuff where you like look at it, it seems like it's out in the distance. It's like there's no way I can actually go there, right? And then turns out you can. So and Xenoblade's a way different art style and far less detailed and stuff. So I think it's more about that for me um than things being like hyper realistic. Will Red Dead Redemption 2 ever return? Maybe. Maybe. I feel like if it does, it might be more of a stream game for me. I feel like it's just like such a large undertaking that I don't know if I want to do Red Dead as like a non-live playthrough. Yeah, if it does return, it might be a little bit. I mean, I think it was really cool the little bit of it that I did play. I was just I bit off more than I could chew. When I started taking that on while I was still going through Elden Ring and stuff, I was like, "Ooh, this game is massive," and I'm already playing Elden Ring, FF14, which is massive, Overwatch, which is just like an ongoing thing for me to try and get better at. I really want to get into playing some more like fighting game content. Like, I'd like to get back to some of my roots of playing like some Street Fighter 6 and things like that as well. So I don't know if anybody is into the fighting game scene here, but I'd love to get back into that. So I'd like to try and get better at fighting games as well. I grew up on fighting games. That was kind of like my main games that I played when I was younger, like all the Marvel versus Capcoms and all that stuff. So I'd love to get back into some of that. Last Street Fighter game I played was on Super Nintendo. Probably like Street Fighter 2, maybe like Super Turbo or something. What boss did you like the most from the base game? Good question. Good question. Base game. Yeah, me too. Me too, Voodoo. So that was my gaming era was Super Nintendo Genesis era was really when I really played video games like kind of the end of like the Nintendo kind of original Nintendo era up until about like around when like say PS2 and stuff was releasing, and then like not a lot up until like the last 2 or something years when I created this channel. Um, what was I saying before? Oh yeah, boss. You were asking about favorite boss cutscene and boss I liked the most. Um, that's a good question. I think honestly most of the bosses are really cool. Like as far as like the main, what are the main ones called again that you get the like like Radon and stuff. What's the name for them again? The Shard Bearers, yeah. So like the main bosses, right? I think most of those are actually really cool. Um, the Radon fight is pretty cool. Um, I think like summoning all those different NPCs in that fight is actually really cool. And then like the mid fight cutscene where he comes down as like the meteor or whatever is like really cool. Um, that fight is really interesting actually. It was just like it was way different than like many of the other ones, right? Um, Honestly, the very first one with is it Godric the Gold? Is that his name? Honestly, that very first one is pretty cool because it's like your first experience with it. So it's like the grafted, yeah, the grafted. Like you don't really know exactly what you're getting into with the game until you get to that fight. I feel like that's like the eye-opening moment a little bit. So that one really stood out to me still just because of that. Mogwin is your favorite boss? Junebug. The first version or the second version? That fight was tough. Even with my summon and stuff, that fight was tough. When he starts doing that countdown attack, that was tough. Oh, your favorite's still yet to come. Okay, no spoilers, no spoilers. I'm assuming I still have some like major bosses left in this DLC. Because I think like having looked at the map like, at the end of this video, or was it somewhere towards the end here? I look at the map. There's like still a lot of stuff to explore in this DLC. like, like I explored, I feel like a pretty good chunk already, but there's still, I think, a lot of stuff I've not seen in this DLC yet. Like, there's areas I haven't even uncovered the map for yet. Yeah. I mean, I don't know if I'll create a separate video for it. Um, because I'll just put this like live stream right into the playlist so people will be able to just kind of watch it in order. Is probably how I'll do it. So they can just kind of watch the live VOD instead of maybe creating like a whole separate like edited down version of this VOD. How many hours in game? I don't know. I'm guessing a lot at this point. Not as many as y'all have. I don't have nearly as many as most of you do. Some of y'all be like, I've got like 18,000 hours. I don't have that many. I don't really have any mods. I have some mods, but they're set up more for like others, like my FF14 content and stuff. Because I've not been streaming on this main channel really. Um, but when I start doing Night Rain over on Solitary Saturn 2, eventually, I will need to get some mods probably set up for things. So yeah, I don't. Someone asked me earlier, Street Fighter or Tekken. Um, as far as what I like to play and watch more, I would say Street Fighter. Like I'm actually a huge Street Fighter 6 fan. Like I watch like a ton of the tournament content. I'm excited for Evo coming up. I love watching all the fighting games, honestly. I love watching fighting game like competitive fighting game stuff more than any other like esports stuff. There's something about like that 1v1 kind of almost like chess battle that fighting games has in a sense that I really enjoy. Yeah, I'll check the in-game time next time I boot up Elden Ring so y'all can see. It's got to be, I mean, if you look at the how many videos do I have in this playlist for Elden Ring? Like it's like 60 plus videos or something, right? Like it's a lot of videos. So if you consider the stuff that I edit out of those videos, it's a lot. it's gonna be a lot of hours, I'm betting. But it'll still probably seem small compared to like, what some of y'all have put into the game, but because I'm still obviously on a first playthrough, and I'm not like I missed a ton of NPC side quest stuff. I know for sure in the base game. I mean, I didn't finish like the what's the giant pot's name? Alexander or something? Like I started his quest and never finished it. There was somebody at one of the forts that I started their quest and never finished. 39 days in Elden Ring. Holy crap. Oh my gosh. You got like a month and a half of playing this game. That's wild to think about. I mean, over time, it doesn't probably feel like that, but like when you actually look at the amount and then you think like, that's crazy. Yeah, and the thing with Nefeli is, yeah. To my defense, everybody, I thought the potion that I was giving to Nefeli, I thought it was like a healing tonic or a healing potion. Okay. Like, I should have known it wasn't based on how evil the guy that was giving it to me seemed. But I thought they were like in down in the basement of that place because they were like ill or something. Like give them this tonic or whatever it was. I thought I was doing them a favor. And then they died. And everybody in the comments got mad at me. Like I can't believe you gave that potion to him. Uh, you can't win them all, right? Anywho, I think I'm gonna wrap up here. I actually might be back streaming later today, maybe in like an hour or so, streaming on Solitary Saturn 2 with maybe some Overwatch gameplay. So if anybody's interested in that, make sure you're subscribed over on Solitary Saturn 2 as well. Um, I'll put the link in the chat here, the YouTube chat, if anybody has not found my second channel already. And if you do exclamation point YouTube, which I'll do in the Twitch chat, you can find both my YouTube channels there. So, but yeah, thank you everybody. Hopefully you enjoyed this. It was a little bit different kind of experience. I thought hopefully this was fun to do it this way. I thought it'd be more fun to do this than just to post like a video with no commentary on it. So thank you, everybody. I appreciate the continued support, and I'll catch up with y'all on the next video. See y'all.